and we are doing two different storylines. So hopefully between the two for each sign, we will get it right. Do be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. And if you don't know that information, well, you can get it for free by following the link in the description box below this video. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will. I invite you to do so, okay? And also, regardless of if you subscribed or not, I hope that you will definitely, from time to time, check your notifications. Make sure that you're being notified by checking the notification bell, and make sure that you know when I go live. Hey, Gaby, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. So, at any rate, you came just in time. We are just starting, Gaby. We're doing Aries to Pisces, and we will read for the collective at the end. This is going to be storyline 1 and storyline 2 for all of the signs. If you want to get into specific details about your situation, well, guess what? Super easy to do. You can book a personal reading with yours truly, me, one and only one way, and that is by following the directions in the description box below this video, and it will always be there that you find out how to do that. So at any rate, the likes and comments, y'all, greatly appreciated. So with that being said, let's get started with the Aries gang. Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. We are going to do two different storylines for you. Hello, Jessie Bonbon. Good to see you. We're doing storyline 1 now for the Aries gang. And I actually have 2 decks. We're going to use one deck for storyline 1 and one deck for storyline 2. So here is storyline 1 for Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What do you need to know regarding matters of the heart, Aries gang? What do you need to know regarding, oh, Aries. Okay, well, look at you. All right, so let's talk about this thing because it's an interesting storyline going on here. And let me just tell you what you pulled. I think, Aries, that you have been dealing with feeling stuck, or like maybe you even hit rock bottom, especially as it relates to matters of the heart, okay? Well, hear me out. You know, what I think is that for the majority of you Aries gang, even though you felt this way, like you didn't give up, okay? You kept working on you stayed busy, you kept a positive attitude. Okay, this is the Queen of Wands, which Wands is fire energy. Hello, Aries, you're a fire sign. And I think you got busy just working on you, doing your thing, staying in your Aries lane, and, you know, keeping your vibration, you know, just working on you, getting better every day, focusing on you and going inside. And guess what? If this has not already happened, hey Sierra, good to see you. If this has not already happened, it's coming soon. This is a very important strong soul connection that's coming in for you, Aries gang. Storyline number 1, for those of you who have been feeling like you were stuck, hit rock bottom, but you didn't give up, you kept on working on you, well, there you have it. So that is storyline 1 for the Aries gang. Let's get storyline number 2. It's good to see everybody, and it is so nice to be able to go live from my house, you guys. Okay, so at any rate, hey everybody, good to see. Hey, from all over the world, my Aussie gang is here. So storyline number 2 for the Aries gang. Storyline number 2, 2 more shuffles is what I'm getting, so that's what we're going to get. 2 different storylines for each sign. We just gave the first one. This is storyline number 2 for the Aries gang. Sierra, I'm going to make you a mod, okay? I hope that's okay. I'm going to do that right now because, let's see. There we go. Okay, Sierra, I hope it's okay. I made you a mod, love. I hope you don't mind. But good to see you too, Gaby. I'm glad you're here. All right, storyline number 2 for the Aries gang. Storyline number 2. Let's see what you need to know if storyline number 1 maybe wasn't your story. Okay. You know what? Kind of interesting. This is a nice storyline too, Aries. This is a nice storyline too. All right. You know what? I know a lot of you Aries gang are dealing with heartbreak right now. Third party maybe. Whatever. And you were busted up. You are. Okay. Granted. It is what it is, and we all know that we have to heal from those things. We really can't deny it. It happens, and we have to work through those things, and I think you did that. And I think, and you got the moon in reverse, which is actually, I like, and I'll tell you why. I think you are starting to heal and see things that before you didn't see, okay, if that makes sense, all right? And, you know, I think in your mind, you kind of just came to the realization of the situation, if that makes sense. Just kind of seeing things for what it is. I wish I could say that better. And you started working on you. This is the card of self-healing. It is also the card of making progress down a new path. And the thing that I like to point out about this card, and you know, both of the decks that I'm using illustrate this beautifully. The ship is coming in and the person is patient because they're working on themselves and they're healing. They know good and well that in the right time that their ship is coming in. And you know, the thing that I like to point out about this card, y'all, is that this person is visualizing the ship even before it appears. That is law of attraction, okay? Knowing and trusting the process, trusting the divine timing. So you know what? If this is where you are, it's okay. You're going to see some truths, and this is where you're headed, and you're going to have multiple options down the road, and you know that because you can visualize that, okay? So see the end result, okay, even before you see it, if this makes sense. Hey, Marsha, good to see everybody. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the Taurus gang. Lisa Zane, good to see you, love. I know I've missed a lot of y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to kind of, you know, do a good reading, but I'm so glad to see everybody. So we are on Taurus right now. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline 1, Storyline 2, okay? One or more, one or both of these may apply to you, but you'll know, okay? So with that being said, Taurus, storyline number 2. Let's get that for you guys, okay? Y'all, after a while, for those of you who like the Soul Fam chats, I'm going to do some Soul Fam chats later one Soul Fam chat later this evening, okay? And so just wanted to let you know that. Before that, though, I'm reading for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and then we'll do a Soul Fam chat. Maybe 9 or 10 o'clock when that happens, Central. But anyway, just wanted to let y'all know. Okay, Taurus, you know what's kind of interesting? This is a really cool storyline. All right, let's talk, because this has to do, as I said, with matters of the heart. Storyline number 1. If you are in a dynamic where you got blamed for everything and your person that you dealt with took no responsibility or takes no responsibility, whether you're still involved with this person or not, but your other person is taking the tack of, I did absolutely nothing wrong. It was all Taurus's fault. Taurus did everything, and I'm sorry. That, you know what? There's 3 sides to every story. You know, the 2 people and then the truth kind of thing. You know, everybody plays a little bit of a role, okay? Right, Taurus, okay? But you know what? I think, let me just say this. I think, Taurus, that whoever you were dealing with that played this game with you or is playing this game with you, wherever you are on this, I think it was such a good gaslighting job that it made you doubt your own, like, okay, when somebody is so good, hey, Carly, good to thank you, sweet love. I appreciate that. So when somebody is so good at gaslighting, when you know what you heard and you know what you saw, and yet they'll make you doubt that you even saw or heard what you do. Who's with me on this? Can anybody relate to that? I don't care if you're Taurus or not. Okay, I think that's what you were dealing with here, Taurus. Guess what? Guess what the last card that I pulled is? This is a victory card. Triumph over adversity, truth coming out, clarity. You're going to see things for what they are, and guess what? The ones that matter, they will see it too. And the ones that don't, you don't want to deal with them anyway, right? Because they're the flying monkeys. You know this. I don't have to go through the terminology, but we know what we're talking about here, Taurus. This is a victory card. You got a win coming. So, Taurus, if you dealt with somebody who put the blame on you, gaslighted, and they blamed you for their stupid stuff that they did, like, well, I wouldn't have done that, but you did that, so you made me. No, they did that. Okay, point blank period. We're all responsible for what we do, right? So yes, Ace of Swords is exactly right, Sierra. So at any rate, Taurus, that's storyline number 1. If you were dealing with somebody who was doing a number on you, gaslighting, even made you doubt your own sanity, like, maybe I am wrong, maybe it is my fault, you got a victory coming. You're going to see the truth, and the important people will too. Right? Okay, storyline number 2 for the Taurus gang. Storyline number 2. I like that one, Taurus. That's a nice story for you. Storyline number 2 for the Taurus gang. Taurus rising. There you go. My little Taurus left earlier, Sierra. She was here today, and she was here all week, and then she left, and she's at her dad's for the rest of the week. All right. Storyline number 2 for my Tauruses. Y'all, it's gonna look better in here. You know, I just moved, okay? I'm gonna hang pictures and stuff behind me, and it's gonna look, but like there's some stuff I haven't unpacked yet, and I don't wanna hang anything until I have everything out and I see where I wanna arrange it, if that makes sense. So just bear with me in the bare walls, okay? Just let me through it. Oh, Taurus, look at you. Ooh, look at you go. Okay, let's talk about it. Some of you have been in shadow work mode. We know that. Hope and healing, better days ahead. This is what you got coming in. This is the Star card, okay? And why? Because you're healing and releasing something, and then you know, you're vibing well being single. Taurus, your money's about to get better. Some of you may be self-employed or thinking of going into self-employment. Now look, I am not the one that is going to tell you to quit your job without having some other sort of income. I am not. Only your intuition can tell you what to do and when. And I will tell a story about my own intuition and how it saved my skin by following my intuition when it didn't make sense on paper here recently. And I'll tell that in Soul Fam chat after a while tonight. Okay, and it just hit 11:11 on the counter, interestingly enough. So I can't tell you, yes, I got my new place, but I can't tell you, I'm super excited, Jesse. I'm just, y'all, I know the walls are bare right now, Jesse, but just hold tight. It's coming, it's coming. But anyway, your money is about to get better, but your love life is too, because you released something. And you've got hope and healing right here. Highly spiritual card. Somebody who doesn't back away from the shadow work and the energy work. So I see, this is storyline number 2, Taurus, I believe. I see both love and money really taking off. And I think it's because you've been doing inner work, because that affects everything, not just love, right? So there you go. All right, Taurus, that was your storyline 1 and storyline 2. All right, so let's go to the Gems. Happy birthday, Geminis. Happy birthday. Mine was what? The 30th? What is that? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Happy birthday, Geminis. Gemini, storyline number 1. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Piece of trivia. I am a double gem. I am Gemini, Sun, and Rising. So what you see when you first see me is the Rising. That's really what's there. But okay. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1. Let's see what you need to know, Gems. Let's see what you need to know. Storyline. Ooh, Gemini. You've been busy. Busy but happy. I like it. Let's talk. There was something that you were missing originally. Let's talk, Gemini. Okay. You know, this almost came out like a timeline. Okay. You have been in a situation where you felt like you were flying blind. Yes, but you were super busy at the same time. And you're like, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. I just know that I am. And, you know, I'm flying blind. You know, thank you so much. 29 is right here. But anyway, flying blind, maybe not knowing, not having clarity, feeling cloudy, maybe feeling like you were kind of feeling your way through because you couldn't see, maybe even feeling like you were missing the whole thing. But you stayed vibing, you kept your vibe, you kept your trust, you stayed busy about the things you knew you needed to do, kept your peace, you know, kept your happiness, kept your vibe. Stayed in Gemini lane, doing your thing, and things turning around. Now, I don't know if this is money or love, Gemini, but for those of you who felt like you were really cloudy right now, you didn't know what you were doing, but you kept your faith in yourself and in the divine and the universe. This was a slow thing, but boom, opportunity slated for success. Slow and steady wins the race. But whatever Gemini I'm talking to, you already understand that because you've been vibing right here the whole time. I don't know if this is love or money or both, but it is a new opportunity slated for success. So take what resonates, okay, Gemini? All right, so nice reading for storyline number 1 for the Geminis. All right, let's pull for storyline number 2. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 2. What do you need to know, Geminis? What do you need to know, twins? Mercury retrograde during our birthday. Something just doesn't seem right about that, right? We're ruled by Mercury. Most of you know that. But okay. All right, Gemini. Well, look at you. All right. So, you know what? Gemini, it's really funny because this is kind of similar to the first story. I think the first story may have been for the most of you about money, and I'm going to tell you why, because storyline number 2, I think, has to do with love, and I'll tell you why. All right, you came to a realization. That thing you've been looking at, judgment reversed, it's not going to come back around. And why? Because there's just too much obstacles here, too much in the way, too much to overcome, just so far apart energetically and that sort of thing. And I think you realized that. And you began healing. You started seeing some optimism, seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. Days were still tough, but more better days than not, more peaceful days than not, right? More healing and feeling better, sleeping at night, not missing somebody so much, having a lot of smiles, and things just every day a little better, okay? And yes, there are days where you feel like you take a peek and you go back down, and you're like, oh my God, I'm never getting over this. But then the next couple of days you have kind of a rebound and you feel better. And then you manifest an opportunity. Pages are messengers, and this is good news coming in. And I think we're talking about matters of the heart. This is going to be something with a lot of physical attraction too. Okay, so just so you know that. But I think Geminis, in both of those storylines, there's been some tough situations you've dealt with. Well, you're at the end of the tunnel on both accounts, right? So I like that for you, Gems. Pretty cool reading. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the Cancer gang. Cancer, Cancerians. Has anybody in here got Cancer in their chart? Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1 for the Cancers. My Venus is in Cancer. Most of you know that. Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Elizabeth, I'm probably going to do a singles all signs here in the next day or two. It's in my heart. I almost did that instead of this, and I said, no, let's do this. But yeah. Okay, so Cancer, your storyline is kind of similar to Gemini, and I'm going to tell you why. And I think we're talking live on this one. Cancer, you were in a situation where you got blamed for a lot of junk too. Or what? No, that was Taurus that was dealing with the gaslighting, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Taurus. Okay. I get confused, y'all. Just, it's the Aries 50th disease. But okay. I think you got blamed for a lot of stuff. Like maybe gaslighted too, like the Tauruses did a little bit, where you were just like, everything this person did that was jackassery, okay, it was your fault that they acted that way, which we all know is horseshit, right? I mean, everybody's responsible for their own behavior, point blank, period, okay? And, everything was always your fault, to the point where you may have even started believing it, just like it was very clear in the Taurus reading. I mean, that was overwhelming. And not so much here, but it made that, it can leave doubt sometimes, and you'll sit there and go, I know what I saw, and I know what I heard. Why am I doubting that what I saw or heard right in front of my eyes, kind of thing, okay? And it can do that. It can really mess with your mind. But you know what? I think this came out like a timeline. I think you went into hermit mode and started working on you. And when you spend time alone with the divine, and this is the hermit card, okay? This right here, this light literally represents divine source energy, right? And being divinely guided. This is time spent in solitude with the divine. So it is time alone, but like in prayer, meditation, solitude, whatever the case may be. And therein is where the healing happens and the energy work and the truths come to your mind, and you start to really, realize that you are divinely guided. And guess what? You've got something coming in that is slated for long term, and it's divinely guided too with the Hierophant, okay? This is a commitment card. This is a marriage card, one of them, right? Return of the exes, right? And crap communication with electronics too, Sierra, right? But anyway, so, it's pretty cool here, Cancer, because I think that you're manifesting something really slated for success after having gone inside, doing the healing and that sort of thing. This is a long-term commitment coming in. There you go. I don't really have a time per se, but you know what? A lot of you guys are on different timelines anyway, so I don't like to get that specific in the general readings like that anyway, okay? But all right, let's go to storyline number 2, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Like I said, one or both of the stories may be for you, okay? So just, hear me out. Hear me out. So anyway, Cancer, storyline number 2 for you. Storyline number 2 for the Cancerians. The watery Cancer. Oh, look at you go. This is a part 2 to storyline number 1. Cancers, your storyline in 1 and 2 is part 1 and 2. Can I just say that? Let's just talk. This is just clarifying what I just said. Okay, let's just talk about it. Going to work on yourself, starting to be recognized, starting to be noticed. The heart's true home comes to you. This is a strong soul connection, love offer, right? It's the heart's true home. It's slated to last, and it is a person ready to settle down. And looky, looky, looky. 2 very strong soul connection cards. The 4 of Wands, which as many of you know is the 1111 card. It is divinely guided. It is supposed to happen and slated for success. Now you have to make it that, but there you go. This was part 2 for you, Cancer. So there you go. This is, marriage, family, blending of families, happy home. I mean, just the whole 9 yards, okay? Physical attraction, emotional, love. I mean, just deep love. What do you want, Cancer? What do you want? Okay, what do you want? I mean, just take it. It's yours, right? There you go. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. I said it. You heard it here first, Cancer. Maybe, maybe not, right? Okay, so with that being said, let's go to the Leo gang. Leo's in the house. Where are the lions? Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1, Leo gang. Storyline number 1. The whole shebang. That's right, Jesse. Oh, Jenna LF, good to see you, love. Storyline number 1 for the Leos. Storyline number 1. Storyline number 1. Hey, Miracle Rivera. Let's see if we can get something good for the Leo gang. Okay, look at you. All right, look at you. I have to clarify just a little bit. All right, so here's the thing. All right, Leos, let's talk. All right, we're talking about an ending that took place here. Let me just clarify, like a breakup, a divorce, whatever the case may be. All right, now here's the thing. All right, I think there is unfinished business here, okay? But I think it's energetic on your part, okay? And here's why I say this. All right, I think I think your head and your heart, Leo, in this instance are arguing with each other. And if ever anybody understood, it is me. I'm a Gemini. My twins argue all the time, so I can't throw shade, okay? It is what it is. I think on the one hand, that by being away from that situation, that you are moving towards peace and away from drama and away from maybe some of the arguing, fussing, fighting, either between you and that person or with outsiders, whatever the case may be, okay? But I think in your mind, you're having a hard time letting go, even though this person has walked away, okay? And I'm sorry. I mean, it's not fun. It's not cool, but it is what it is. And look here, I understand. It is hard to release. And by the way, not too long ago, I did a video about cutting energetic ties that I hope will help a lot of us all, that may be struggling with those things with this situation. But I think you're looking at the thing as the missed opportunity here, right? And, I'm not sure that this person is really changed at all. And so, but this is the thing. Sometimes, Leo, we have to give ourselves our own closure. I did. I got the opposite of closure. Many of you that listen to me in my Soul Fam chats, you understand that because I've told the detailed story of how I literally was left to believe that this would just keep going. And I was literally just like ghosted. It was just that bad. But, after being told that we were a thing still, kind of. Okay. So, a long time, those words haunted me that were said to me. So I get it. I had to create my own closure. Okay. And it took a lot of inner work to find my reasons why this thing didn't work. And I can't tell you specifically, of course, I do personal readings and that sort of thing. But a lot of times doing the inner work over time plus work is where you get your closure and your healing. Okay. And so I hope this helps, okay? And I know it's tough whenever you're trying to let go of somebody. I do, all right? And I didn't mean to get off on that tarot, Leo, but that really just, I saw the cards and I'm like, oh my gosh, we got some folks struggling and, it is what it is. All right, so Leo, let's go with the other deck and we'll do storyline number 2. For those of you, Leos, that may not have applied to, let's see what else we can find out for the Leo gang. The Lions, right? There you go. Moon in Pisces, Venus in Cancer. Wow. A lot of water, Sierra. A lot of water. So, okay. Leo, storyline number 2. Storyline number 2. Hey, Sarah Thomas. Hey, everybody. I hope I know I missed a lot of y'all when you said hey, and I'm sorry. I truly am. Truly, truly am. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. This is the flip side of the coin. Okay. This is probably a part 2. And some of you are here on this timeline. Some of you are past all of what I just talked about. But this is to come for those of you that storyline number 1. Okay, so let's just talk about this thing. Let's talk about it. So some of you Leos, this is the card of self-healing, trusting the process, doing some work, seeing the ships come before they come kind of thing, visualizing. Hey Lou, good to see you. And this came out literally like a timeline. So we're going to talk about it. The card of self-healing. You stepped on this path. You started making progress. You said, you know what? I'm going to be low-key and stealth. I'm not going to, I'm going to stay off the dating scene for just a minute. I'm not going to do anything impulsive. I'm not going to rush into anything too fast. Still working on myself, going inside, healing, seeing the inner secrets in the subconscious that are not currently known to me and having them come up and deal with them and the shadow work and healing, right? And starting to get noticed, getting out there and flirting. The work starts to pay off because people start to notice you. Hey, let me tell you something, Leo. Every time I take and do I do energy work daily, okay? Y'all know that. But there are days that I really just hit it really, really hard on energy work for whatever reason, okay? Invariably, Leo, those are the days that you guys comment on my videos. I don't know what you did. You look beautiful. You're glowing. What is it? It's energy work. Yes, that's what makes you look beautiful. I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I just know it is true because it is predictable as the day is long. And invariably, other folks that I know that are that are energy workers, come to find out whenever they get complimented, it's the same thing. So there you have it. You get noticed, you get cuter, you get more attractive, right? Okay. And then look what comes in. 4 of Wands. What do you want, Leo? This is everything. This is having family, happy home, happy marriage, blending a family, whatever, okay? 1111 card, strong soul connection, intense, but beautiful, slated to last. Why, you say? It all started right here, stepping on the healing path, not going into something too fast, doing the energy work, going inside, discovering the secrets within yourself. Then you start to get noticed, and then look who comes along. Mr. or Ms. Wonderful. I can't make it up. It came out just like a timeline, so we had to call it like we saw it, Leo. I just read the cards. That's my job, right? Okay, so Virgo gang. Virgo sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Lisa, it will meditation and contemplation and yeah, all of those things, right? Just study and sure. I research a lot too. I mean, that's a Gemini thing. I do a lot of research, Hey, Brianna, good to see you, love. I find out a lot, but I'll go to other YouTubers. Google's your best friend, honey bunny. And you'll see things that conflict with each other on Google, but you'll know intuitively what the right message is that you needed to hear. Okay. There's my tip for you on that, because you will see things that are like, well, wait, is it this or this? Go inside and meditate on it. There you go. Kelly, there's a lot of stuff on my playlist about energy work on my channel. If you go to the top and you scroll over to where it says playlist, there's a lot of things about meditation and shadow work. And when you're doing energy work, especially shadow work, very, very important to do self-care. And self-care these days is self-preservation. It has nothing to do with pampering yourself and everything to do with just keeping yourself, vibing, right? Okay. So with that being said, sorry, Virgo, we got off track just a little bit. All right, Virgo, let's get storyline number 1 for you, Virgo gang. Virgo sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1 for the Virgo gang. Well, these flew out. We're going to take them. Look at you, Virgo. Well, look at you. Okay, Virgo, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. All right, I know it's been tough. You've been going through a tough cycle, Virgo. If you are a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you've been going through stuff and you didn't know how in the world you're going to make it through. Storyline number 1 applies to you. Hear me out. You felt like you weren't going to make it through. Okay, you didn't know how you were going to make it through. Somehow you knew you could. Okay, well, guess what? Let me tell you what the Ten of Wands, the literal meaning of this card is. I like this card, and I'm going to tell you why. It talks about the fact that you are nearing the end of the tough cycle and one more push. Thank you, Jesse, for that. That's sweet. One more push, and you're there. One more push, and you're there. Okay, I just did that one more push. Now I'm still hustling a little bit, but let me tell you what, this is really true. So it's coming, okay? Stay busy. You've been busy, okay? But you kept your vibe, you kept your trust, you kept yourself, you kept the faith, you stayed trusting in the divine. That's what this card is all about. Busy but happy. A lot of irons in the fire, but somehow keeping it all under control. Pretty much. You don't know how, but you just did. And you've been doing that, right? And then you've got something really coming in with a lot of equal give and take, a lot of fairness coming your way. The balancing of the scales. That's what this card many times can speak to. Can speak to gifts too. I don't know. Maybe you got a gift coming in. But balancing of the scales, this and the Justice card are very, very similar. Not exactly the same, but similar in their meaning. Okay, so something coming in for you with equal give and take, some fairness, some balancing of the scales. Maybe you're going to get some help with this load. Maybe that's what's coming in. Maybe that's the gift, okay? Hello, we'll take it, right, Virgo gang? All right, so with that being said, Virgo, let's go to storyline number 2 for you. I'm going to switch decks for you. Storyline number 2 for the Virgo gang. Hope you guys are having a good night. Hope you guys are having a good night. After this, for those of you who don't know, I am going to read individually for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and then we'll do a Soul Fam chat after that. Probably 10 or 10:30 Central by the time I get to do Soul Fam chat. I don't know. We're going to see. But okay, Virgo, storyline number 2. Storyline number 2 for the Virgo gang. Storyline number 2. Let's see what we got. Look. Ooh. Okay. Well, Virgo, what do you got coming in? What do you got? I don't know if you're already talking to this person or what. All right, let's talk about this. This is where you've been, Virgo. Hope and healing, inside work, spirituality, highly spiritual card, the Star card. You've been going inside and healing and staying optimistic. Well, guess what? You manifest what you're feeling and thinking, and you've been optimistic and knowing that better days were coming, and well, guess what? They are. Okay, we're talking love. Flirt here, something light and flirty. Page of Cups. Pages are messengers. This is probably a love offer that will start out kind of light and kind of subtle, maybe kind of innocent. So I like this a lot. But you know what? When the Two of Swords comes up in reverse, this is a cool card that comes up in romance readings. And I'll tell you why. First of all, roadways opening up. Some of you Virgos got several lotus flower. I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what? There you go. Roadways opening up. So for me, what this tells me is, Virgo, many of you are going to have multiple options. Now, let's talk about this dynamic as it relates to a relationship. When the Two of Swords comes up in reverse, which is a positive in general, it means something like, it can mean a couple of different things, all of which are good. It can mean this. It can mean sometimes the two people in a dynamic have differing, I'm sorry about the siren, I don't know if y'all can hear it, have differing interests, okay, but they make the dynamic, they're coming like right in front of my house. I live on a busy street, y'all. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let me just let this person pass. And, you know, I'm not far from a hospital, so that's what that is. It's kind of sad because I hope everybody's okay, but okay. All right. So, okay, can y'all hear me now? All right. So, Two of Swords reverse. Let's talk about this. In a dynamic, when the two people are involved, oftentimes one has one interest and one has another, but it's not things that are boring. It's things that's like, well, you know, I never thought about going hiking, but it kind of sounds fun. Let's go do it. And it's fun to do sometimes different things, and it makes it more interesting. Differing viewpoints, but not things that are deal breakers, things that make things more interesting and almost enrich. And oftentimes where you're weak, they're strong, and vice versa in your skill sets. So it's like a synergy. 1 + 1 = 3. At SYNERGY, that's a business term. But at any rate, I like it a lot for you, Virgo. It's a very cohesive, very complementary dynamic coming your way. All right, so I like that for you, Virgo gang. Really, really do. Okay, so let's move along to the Libra gang. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1. What do you need to know, Libra? Sometimes both stories apply, so just take what resonates. Oh, that is funny. Oh, there you go, Lisa Zane. There you go. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Definitely a flirt. I would say so. Libra rising. My daughter is a Libra rising, Jessie Bonbon. A Libra rising with an Aries moon. You don't see it coming, that fiery Aries, because the Libra comes across as the peacemaker, and then it's like, oh, but no, I have a very strong opinion. I love her, though. She's amazing. She's pretty evolved, so. All right, Libra gang. Libra? What you doing? What you doing? Okay, let's talk about the slow mover here. All right, first of all, some of you feel like you're fighting a losing battle, okay? And I think it may be time to give up on something if you're still holding on and you're fighting for something that you know is just not really going to work out. Because even if it works out, it won't work out, right? You know, sometimes when you think a relationship doesn't work out because it ends, actually the ending is working out for you. That is really for your best. Does this make sense? And I think that's what we're talking about here. So what's cool is this, is doing the work and knowing that at the end of the harvest, end of the season, end of the planting season, the harvest comes. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, card of divine timing. Something that is lasting and worth the wait coming in. Opportunity slated for success. This is a love offer. It is the slowest moving knight of the deck. Slow and steady wins the race on this one, Libra. You got to be patient, and you've got 2 cards telling you about divine timing and trusting the process. So I like this for you. This is an eventual positive outcome. You know, this is one of the, I think it is the only night that actually talks about the outcome. The other 3 do not, interestingly. So even though this dude is a slow mover or dudette, whichever, okay, I don't care, with, you know, whatever you're looking for, male, female, whatever. But this person is a slow mover, is slow and steady and stable. You know where you stand with this one. Very grounded. So I like this energy a lot. You know, I often say, and could be an earth sign, I often say I'm going to find me an, you know, and I'm an air sign. So, I mean, I'm all over the place, especially being a Gemini. But I often say I'm going to find me a nice earth sign and sit down and just cuddle up and, you know, live out my days with this nice, comfortable, you know, predictable earth sign. I might not, but, you know, it is what it is. But okay. So with that being said, Libra gang, let's go to my other deck and pull for storyline number 2 for you, Libras. Storyline number 2 for the Libras. The scales of justice represent the Libra gang. The scales of justice. The justice card represents Libra energy. So, not yet, Nisa. I've got Cappy yet coming, and I'm going to read individually for Cappy later this evening, too. Probably right after this reading. All right. So, you know what? All right, Libra. All right, storyline number 2. Let's talk about the person that the communication is little to none or unpleasant or blocked. Let's talk about it. Can Auntie Karen and you just have a nice hot tea and discuss the need to let go of this thing? Can we? Kelly, thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Kelly. I do. Can we discuss this one? Is it doing any good to hold on? Are you at peace holding on? Okay, and I know it's hard to let go. Look, I tried to let go before I was able to figure out how, which is why I have a lot of stuff on my playlist that I do to tell you at least how it worked for me, okay? And I'm not the end-all be-all, but it helped for me. Here's why I say this. If you will just release. And I know it's hard. It's so much easier said than done. It's a 2-syllable word, release. But it's like sometimes takes years to pronounce those 2 syllables. Does it not, right? Okay. But look, you got something really amazing coming in here. Wishes fulfilled, okay? Material and emotional fulfillment. Stable, grounded, solid, slow and steady, faithful, mature. Financially, if not wealthy, at least financially stable and responsible, but I think wealthy. King of Pence, I mean, come on, how much better can you ask for? Wishes fulfilled, really? And it all boils down to just letting it go. The advice in the Eight of Wands, y'all, the advice in that card, and if you don't believe me, look on tarot.com. This is the advice of this card. Look at what you're doing that's working and giving you the results that you like, and look at what you're doing that is not giving you the results that you like, and discontinue doing the things that are not working in your best interest and change them and try something different. That is the literal advice of that card, because there you have it. It's on the other side of the release. And some healing, of course. We know this, right? Okay. Now, that was, okay, so that was storyline number 2, right, Libras? I believe it was. Wasn't that storyline number 2? Yeah. All right, so let's go to the Scorpio gang. Scorpios. How are my watery Scorpios this evening? Libra 2. Okay, thank you, Jessie Bonbon. Okay, so Scorpio, storyline number 1. Storyline number 1 for the watery Scorpios. Storyline number 1. Thank you, Jessie Bonbon. Thank you. Storyline number 1 for the Scorpio gang. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. It's so much fun to read live. Y'all just don't know. This is super fun. All right, Scorpio. Interesting. Let's talk. There's somebody who loves you a lot, Scorpio. Like big much. Big much? King of Cups much? Like huge? You may not know it. Sometimes this one is silent. Okay? But very mature, very emotionally mature. Very nurturing. You're their one and only. And they don't want to let you go. And if this is a past person, we're talking reconciliation here. This is a reconciliation card, death reversed, okay? Sometimes it's just perseverance, the ability to overcome. But this person feels like this connection with you has the ability to overcome any obstacle that comes along. Just saying that. Pretty cool reading, Scorpio. It's pretty straightforward. This person loves you like nobody's business. If they have other options, in their mind, they only got eyes for you. And they don't think they think you guys could overcome anything. Together. Power couple. Right? There you have it. I can't make it up. Very straightforward. I know storyline number 1 was very simple, but you know, but there you go. There you go. So at any rate, let's go to storyline number 2 for the Scorpios. Let me see here. Virgo sun, I'm not doing individual readings. You can book a personal reading with me by following the directions in the description box. So, okay, Scorpio. We're doing general readings. Scorpio, storyline number 2. Scorpio, storyline number 2, Scorpio. That was a very straightforward, Scorpio. That's a pretty straightforward whoa. What? 2 good ones? Okay, Scorpio, do you need to write a book on how to do this? Because, like, apparently you've got this thing figured out. I'm just saying. All right, this person thinks you're a hottie, and they probably are too. There you go. Barb, good to see you, love. Hey, Carol. They think you're a hottie, okay? They want to move forward. They may be at a distance from you. They may have acted distant, whatever, okay? Doesn't matter. They're a mover and a shaker, a warrior and a winner right here. And they're ready to move forward, and this is generally pretty fast, especially with fire energy right behind it, okay? It's going to come across as like a sexy flirt, maybe. A lot of long-term potential. Marriage, family, motherhood, pregnancy, fatherhood, blending of families, nurturing to full potential, going the distance, high vibrational love, unconditional love, very loving. There you go. There you go. I can't make it up. And this one's a biggie because you've got 2 of your 3 cards are major arcanas, whereas just to give you like the odds of that, 22 of the 78 cards are major arcana in the deck. Okay, so yeah, this is an important one. Probably a strong soul connection. Just saying that. So it's probably going to be pretty cool. Probably going to be pretty cool for you, Scorpio. I like that a lot. We did both, yeah, we did both storylines for the Scorpios, right? Okay, so let's do the Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How are that? Where's the Saggies? This is the last of the fire signs. One of my besties is a Saggy, y'all. And she is so Saggy, and I love Saggy energy. All right. Yeah, 2 in a row for Scorpios there. I mean, I'm like, I think that was the same story, really, just more of the, to be continued, part 1 and part 2. But okay. All right, Miss Kim, good to see you, love. All right, so storyline number 1 for the Sagittarius. Sagittarius gang. Saggy Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you, Carol Wilson. Appreciate that. Appreciate it so much. All right. All right. Well, this is pretty interesting. All right, Saggy. Intuitively, I think you think that a situation you're in, I don't know if this is job or love. Okay, this could go either way. So take this as it resonates for story number 1. I think you have felt like things weren't going your way, like things weren't fair. Hey, Becca, good to see you, love. And you know what? The tables turn. Okay, point blank, period. Okay. The reason I think it could be job is because the Page of Pentacles is here. It is good news coming in, good news of a financial nature. Often with this, it may be a little bit slow, but pages are messengers, okay? Either it's a job offer or a love offer or maybe both, okay? Now, for those of you, Sagittariuses, who are involved in some sort of a legal situation, it's going to go well for you. It is going to be fair, okay, and equitable and just. If you are waiting on karma, there you have it, okay? And, okay, if this is the opportunity here, okay, that I just talked about associated with the Page of Pentacles, okay, if it is a job, it is going to be long-term. If it is, and you're going to love it, you're divinely guided with the Hierophant here. This is divinely guided. If it is love, it is slated to go the distance for long-term commitment kind of thing, okay? Divinely guided either way. And I think for some of you, Sagittariuses, it may be both going around this way, okay? So I'm just going to say that. This is a very powerful reading for you, Sagittarius. I like it. Okay, so Saggy, let's do storyline number 2 for you. Okay, storyline number 2. The tables are turning for those of you who felt like things were not being fair to you, Saggy, okay? There you go. Yep, Jessie Bonbon, I know, right? So, Saggy, storyline number 2 for you, please. And y'all, hey, NB, I'm not doing personals right now, but you have to book them through, you know, by following the directions in my description box, love. I'm sorry. I am doing Capricorn. Y'all, in case you didn't hear me earlier, after this, I'm reading for Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces. And then after that, which is probably going to wind up being 10:30 Central, I'm going to do a Soul Fam chat, okay? And I'll probably kind of catch y'all up on what's been going on my dad and stuff, too, during that time, okay? All right, so anyways, Saggy, storyline number 2, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, storyline number 2. What's up? Okay, let's just leave it at this. Let's just leave it right there. Okay, I know why it's happening. This was enough, but I can tell you the why now. This is a strong, intense, passionate romance. Either you're in or coming, one or the other. Twin flamish type energy. Don't mistake energy for a person, okay? Twin flame energy can manifest in strong soul connections more than one, so take what resonates, okay? Gemini, possibly not. Really doesn't matter, but it could be any sign. If you're faced with a decision, the advice of this card is to take the high road. Some of you got multiple options coming in here, okay? All right. And why is it all happening? I'll tell you why. Healing. Point blank, period. Right? Originally, you were here. In order to pull this card in the reverse, which you did, which is a positive, you had to have been here. And you have to understand here before you can understand this. So let me just go through that for just a second, Saggy. When you're right here, you're missing somebody, you're busted up, you feel like you got abandoned, you're not sleeping at night, miserable, probably not able to function, eat, whatever, right? You feel like shit, okay? Because you're heartbroken as all get out. Well, you pulled it in the reverse, okay? This is the card of healing. more peaceful days than not, starting to sleep at night, doing well. You went on about the Sagittarius business. You stepped into your power. This is the Queen of Wands, which is a fire card. It's probably my favorite Wands card, and I'll tell you why. This is a very high vibrational card, very mature, busy about doing the things, staying in her lane, Sagittarius lane, and of course, Sagittarius being a fire sign, this is, the Queen of Fire. It's a high vibrational card. No time for BS. Staying in her lane, doing her thing. You vibe with her. She'll entertain it. Otherwise, she doesn't have the time of day for you. She's happy. She's busy. She's holding it all together. And guess what pops around in her life? This. And why is it all happening? Healing and staying in her lane and working on herself. I can't make it up, Saggy. Pretty cool reading for you. I like that. Yep, stand up for your rights. Exactly. I like Bob Marley. Everything gonna be all right. And I can't sing anymore. I ruined my voice. And we won't even say how. All right, Cappy gang, at long last, you guys have been waiting. And Capricorn, as I said earlier, I'm going to read for you individually after this. I'll probably take a minute and get me something to drink. And, but about 10 minutes after I finish this video, I'm going to do Capricorn, then Aquarius and Pisces, and then we'll do a soul fam chat after that. Okay, Capricorn, storyline number one. Storyline number one for the Cappy gang. Storyline number one. Capricorn. Oh, you're done with that. You're done. Okay. You are, I like this, Cappy. Are you releasing something? You've been working on yourself? Well, you're starting to see some success. You may not realize it. Let me tell you where you are. You may not know, but I know because I see the cards, okay? The tarot never lies, right? You know what? You put this doo-doo head behind you. Yep, you did. You put it behind you. You said, I'm done with the drama. I'm doing my shadow work. I'm healing. I'm done being, taken advantage of, dealing with somebody with addictions or selfishness or just, tomfoolery, right? And whatever the case may be, right? I'm done with the drama. I'm done being combative. I'm done with fighting for this thing. It's over. I'm not dealing with your deceptive ways anymore. And I've been working really hard now. It feels really tough right now, Capricorn, but I got some news for you. The Ten of Wands is your life preserver, and let me tell you why. What most people don't understand about this is a good card. Let me tell you why. Tough cycle ending. The end of a tough cycle approaching. One more push. Yes, you felt like you couldn't make it, but somehow you just kept going. Well, guess what? There you have it. One big push is going to do it. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. So you're going to start to see some peace from this, mess back here in your rearview mirror. Okay, right? 10 is completion. Exactly, Jesse Bonbon. So the end of a tough cycle is what the completion is associated with the wands right here. So I like this for you, Cappy. Pretty cool reading. So one more push. You're so close. You're closer than you realize, and I don't think you realize it, okay? But you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel real soon if you don't already. Just give it one more hard push, okay, Capricorn? You got this. All right, Cappy, let's do storyline number 2 for you. Yep, can only go up. There you go. There you go. Hey, Bizit Wizit. That's a cute name. All right, Capricorn, storyline number 2 for you. What else do the Cappies need to know? What else? We're pulling from 2 different decks for these 2 different storylines. I like doing that. It's kind of fun. Storyline number 1 and storyline number 2. Well, this is storyline number 2 for the Cappy gang. Storyline number 2 for the Cappies. What do you need to know, Capricorn? All right. Did I not say... Look at here what you pull from. This is a different deck. And you pulled. Okay, 3 out of 78 cards. This is no coincidence. Once again, Capricorn, you are reminded. End of a tough cycle approaching. One more push. Thank you, Becca. Much love to you, my friend. Thank you for the happy birthday. One more hard push. And you know what? Speedy action or communication after a delay. I don't know what's coming in. I think it's something new. But I think this is talking about Cupid's arrows of love. To quote our sweet friend Ramblin' Mike, he often calls the 8 of Wands the Cupid's arrows of love. Can be somebody at a distance. But look at here. Cause for celebration. A marriage card. A lot of emotion. Happy times with family. But it's marriage. Right? There you go. I can't make it up. Why? Because you're going to give it one more hard push. that healing from the devil and all that. This is a part 2 to the part 1 too. Isn't it funny how we're using 2 different decks and the stories many times seem like a part 1 and a part 2 are just more information about the same story? Isn't that funny? Interesting. So Capricorn, there's what you needed to know. Your 3 of Cups is coming, loves. 3 of Cups is coming. I don't know when because we're reading for a bunch of different Capricorns. It is what it is. Aquarius gang. Aquarius. Aquarius. I love Aquarian energy. Aquarius, storyline number 1. Who's the Aquarians in the house? I think I remember seeing one of my friends that's an Aquarius here. I don't know. But anyway, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Right, Sierra? Right? Storyline number 1. Look at you. Aquarius, you ain't got no time for BS, do you? You done. They don't see your value. Slicing them right out, manifesting new opportunities. Somebody that appreciates you, right? This one over here don't see your value. Snip, snip with the big fat sword, Queen of Swords, right? She got no time for BS either, right? And Queen of Swords, by the way, that's air energy. You are an air sign, Aquarius. This is you standing in your power. Yes, indeedy. And what do? You manifest the Ace of Wands, a new way of life. Pregnancy card. Very, very sexually attracted to you. It's very straight and to the point. Came out just like a timeline. I can't make it up. You know? There you go. It's good to hear. I hope I said that right. So there's your storyline number 1, Aquarius. Let's get storyline number 2 from the other deck. Aquarius. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Aquarius Moon. Pretty cool. I love Aquarius energy. My daughter has a bestie that's Aquarius and a bestie that's a Libra. And y'all know that Rich Lopp is one of my heroes. He's an Aquarius. He has a Virgo moon and rising too. So I think that keeps him, you know, a little bit more grounded and not so airheaded like your friend here. You know, being a Gemini sun and Gemini rising, I can be pretty flighty if I'm not too careful. But, okay, Aquarius, storyline number 2. Right, yep, storyline number 2, Aquarius. Storyline number 2. And Aquarius, if y'all don't know, I'm reading for you. I'm going to read for Capricorn individually next and then for you. So stick around for that in a little bit. This is about you and money and just you, Aquarius, okay? We talked about love, okay? This is your money now. Storyline number 2 is money. Remember how we pulled the Queen of Swords for you from the other deck? Well, you pulled the King of Swords. Swords is air energy. You are an air sign. Those are the 2 high court cards. First of all, I think you've got a divine counterpart coming in with that storyline number 1, and this is that, okay? Second of all, a lot of resilience you've got. Ability to turn negatives into positives, okay? Just kind of like magician, energy worker type thing, okay? Ability to overcome, right? And look at here. Big, fat money manifestation coming. I can't make it up. This was the first card out, okay? But I told them in the order, right? Because, you know. But it came out here first. 10 of Pentacles. Why? Because you're standing in your power and you're resilient and you're doing the energy work and you're highly intuitive, very wise, able to turn negatives into positives, can cut through the truth. No time for BS. Oh, yes, very loving, but just no time for BS and quick to cut out what does not serve. Not in a mean way, of course not. No, not my high vibe Aquarius gang. There you go. Love it for you. There you have it, Aquarius. I can't make it up. You won't. Write the book. Publish it. You'll make millions. You heard it from me, right? All right, so let's go to the Pisces gang. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you, Jim. Glad you like that. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Storyline number 1 for the Pisces gang. Storyline number 1. Interesting, Sierra. In your Mercury? Cool. That means you communicate like an Aquarius, I think. I don't know. I'm not an astrologer, but astrology is fascinating and very complex. All right, so Pisces, storyline number... Pisces, what do you got coming in? What do you got coming in? Okay, somebody coming towards you. I want to clarify this just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. All right. Okay. I see the whole thing now. All right. So I was worried because this was the Knight of Wands, Pisces, and I don't care for the Knight of Wands coming in. I'll tell you why. This dude is angry and exhausting. But here's what clarified that. Releasing that and bringing something that's divinely guided in. Okay. That's what the two clarifiers were. Okay. And you're moving past all that. Okay. To something better, where somebody is equally interested in you and you them, with equal give and take, divinely guided, with a lot of long-term potential. That's what that's about, okay? So it's because you're releasing Mr. Angry and Exhausting. This is so chaotic and exhausting and angry, and you're done and you're releasing, and there you go. So I like that for you, Pisces. Pretty straight and to the point with that one too, right? Pretty straight and to the point. Okay, Pisces, let's get storyline number 2. We're going to go to the other deck for that. I'm going to read for the collective, everybody, so stick around. And after this, I'm reading for Capricorn, then Aquarius, and then Pisces. That's the plan, and then we'll do a soul fam chat, okay? All right, so let's do storyline number 2 for the Pisces gang. Storyline number 2. Pisces, storyline number 2. Okay, let's see what... You want to know more about the divinely guided thing coming in, Pisces? Is that what this was about? I think this is clarifying with a different deck, mind you. It's going to come in like a flirt. Maybe a little bit sexy flirt, okay? Pages or messengers. This is a reach out, okay? But you know what? It's a strong soul connection. Heart's true home, slated to last. Somebody ready to settle down. Mature, haughty. Really a lot of physical attraction, a lot of charm. This is the charmer right here, okay? But there's nothing bad about this one. These are all good, okay? He or she may know that they're attractive, but it won't be like an egotistical thing. It'll just be kind of like a cute thing. You know, kind of like a high vibe Gemini. I didn't say that, did I? I can't believe I said that. Okay. Somebody who's cute knows they're cute, but you know what? At the end of the day, they know where their heart belongs. It's with you, but it's going to start out just like this. So I like that a lot for you. Pisces, pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's the hottie of this is the hottie of the deck, the King and Queen of Wands. And I read energies, not gender, so I don't care whether you're looking for a male or female or whatever, okay? Doesn't matter to me. I'm reading energies, right? You know, with everything going on these days regarding gender, that's why it's just important to me. I just focus on the energy associated with the card, okay? And that's what we talk about that. All right, so let's read for everyone. Did I do a storyline number? I did 2 stories for Pisces, didn't I? I did, didn't I? Did I do 2 stories for Pisces? I think I did. I remember I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So let's move along to the collective. Let's do a storyline number 1 for the collective, and I'm going to pull some romance oracles for everyone after that, okay? Oh, I didn't do 2? No. Let's do another. Okay, I'll do another storyline for Pisces. Let's do another storyline for Pisces, okay? Just in case. All right. If it's 3, it's 3, Pisces. You get a bonus. All right, storyline number 2 or 3 for Pisces, okay? I did Aries at the beginning, Alexandra, but I am doing a collective at this, so stay tuned for that, okay? And then you'll have to catch the replay for the Aries, okay? Well, moving right along, Pisces, moving right along. Okay, you're healing and you're taking a break, and probably taking a break from dating, whatever. I don't know where you are on this timeline. Doing energy work. The last one was really stressful, really stressed you out, really wore you out. Okay, so you're taking a rest, going inside, meditate, shadow work. Moving right along, warrior in a winter coming in, maybe from a distance, strong soul connection, slated to last. Very important union of souls. That's what this card means, okay? Slated to last, lasting relationship, okay? Commitment, long term. You heard it here. There you have it. So, anyway, okay, so now with that being said, now let's go to the collective. Everybody, all the folks in the house and everybody who watches after this, let's get a storyline number 1 and a storyline number 2. Storyline number 1 and storyline number 2 for the collective. I think we'll go a little bit more detailed since we're doing collective. Okay, everyone? Storyline number 1 and storyline number 2 for the collective. All right, storyline number 1. All right. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Okay, let's talk about it. This is a storyline. I'm doing these a little bit more detailed than I did for the individual signs, y'all. But look at here. All right, you put the deception, the arguing, the divisiveness, the thing that went wrong, okay? The person that was emotionally closed off, that walked away. You dealt with all that, didn't you? I mean, we all have, right? We all have, okay? But you done fighting for it, right? At some point. I don't know where you are on this line, but look. Then you stepped into healing mode. Hope and healing and optimism and better days ahead. You knew that if you hung, that it would come about, right? And you did the work, not just time, but time plus work, right? And you manifested something slated for an eventual positive outcome. This is the slowest knight in the deck, but my favorite because it's the only one that actually predicts the outcome as well as, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, opportunity here. And why? Because you were staying busy, staying in your lane, doing your thing, staying busy, keeping it all together. Poetess, I am on the collective right now. And just doing your thing, staying happy but busy, right? And then, boom, divinely guided. Okay, I think it's a strong soul connection coming in, and with a lot of potential for long-term ability here, long-term happiness, long-term commitment. Okay, you have to both make it that, right? There's no end-all be-all. It's not like you walk down the aisle and then that's it. You don't ever have to do anything again, right? We all, you know, divorce here, okay, proves that that doesn't always happen. You cannot get into a long-term commitment, whether you actually marry somebody or you just make a commitment or whatever, and get complacent. No, it requires work every single day. All right, that was storyline number 1 for the collective. We're going to read romance oracles after this too, okay? But I'm going to do storyline number 2 for the collective real quick. Storyline number 2. Maybe this one will be about money. We'll see. We'll see. So, yes, you sure can, Sierra. And I'm going to put timestamps in the comments after I finish this. I've been timestamping for y'all too. So, all right, storyline number 2 for the collective. What else do we need to know, collective? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Let's find out, right? Okay. All right, collective, look at here. This is about money. I said I hope this is about money, and that's exactly what it is. All right, some of you have been really stressed out about finances or your job or whatever, okay? How you make your money. Let's just leave it at that. You've been doing a lot of energy work, meditation, prayer, whatever the case may be, and it's been stressful. So you take some self-care time, do your energy work, right? You've been doing that, but staying extremely busy making coins. But keeping the faith. I can't make it up. This came out like a timeline. This was the 3rd card. This is the ultimate after a crap ton of work. Overall abundance in every area. You know, family, financial, whatever, okay? There you have it. I can't make it up, okay? I know you've been stressed out about money. But you know what? Stop worrying and start trusting and knowing you already have what you need. Don't want or need it. No, you have it. Big difference, right? See it when you don't see it. And see my Law of Attraction video in my playlist called The Life Preserver for more details about that, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's pull some romance oracles for everybody. Romance oracles for everybody. Let's pull a few romance oracles for everybody. Things the collective needs to know from the romance oracle deck. Pay attention to any red flags that come across your way. Don't ignore them, right? I'm not saying walk away, but at least address and see and keep watching, right? And if enough of them, well, you know what to do, right? There's some of you that need to give something a chance that maybe you're overlooking too, okay? That's a message for someone. Remember how we predicted long-term potential for a lot of you? Well, the honeymoon follows. There you are. Some of you, it's about making the effort. Sometimes it's just about getting out there. And we also talked about healing. And this goes back to childhood trauma that affects our love life today. Oh, yes, it does, right? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. It is always a pleasure to read for you guys. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Would love to have you be a part of my soul fam. And also, regardless, check your notification bell periodically. They do get recalibrated on YouTube here. And just make sure you're still set to know when I go live or upload. And also, guys, if you want to book a personal reading, there's one and only one way to do that with me, and it's by following the directions in the description box below my most recent video, always, okay, guys? The likes and comments, y'all, you know, just big fat heart here. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in about 10 minutes. We're going to do Capricorn, okay? So anyway, much love and light to everyone.